It's cheaper to get the Apocrypha separately than to get it all in one. So if you've got King James already, just buy that separately.
But this has a history of the Greek captivity, and not only that, it actually names names. So it names Alexander the Great, it names Ptolemy, Darius. It names names. It also explains why we started following Greek principles and Greek customs and speaking Greek. It explains it all in this book, so this is why they took it out.
Yeah, and because you find that in this book, when you go through all the major slaveries, you've got the when there was in Egypt, then you've got like the Babylonian captivity, then you've got the Assyrians and the Babylonians, then you've got the Persian Mede, and then what you haven't got is the Greek. That's missing out here.
Which is in this.
And then you've got Rome. So you've got from the Persian Mede, it jumps from the Persian Mede to Rome. Where's the Greek captivity?
So that's what it took.
Which is in here.
It's in here.
Yeah.
Because they call the Roman captivity actually Greco-Roman. Because it jumped off of the Greek. It built upon the Greek captivity. So they call it Greco-Roman. But they took the Greek bit out of it. Even Carnival explains why. So I'm from Trinidad. So in Trinidad, we follow that carnival spirit. But it explains that was forced on us. The Bacchus is actually we call it in Trinidad Bacchanal or Bacchanalian. It's actually Bacchus. It explains the whole thing. So what they did, they took it out and allowed us to continue in our sin, so we can't correct ourselves. Right? Because what happened was all of the nations, all of the nations on the earth came together and they had what is known as a crafty council, which you could see in the UN or the League of Nations. They came together and said, look, if we keep these people in sin, we're going to stay on top and they're going to stay below.
And you know, it's in the scriptures, it's in Psalms 83, what he just said, it's in there. Sorry?
There's so much religion and they tell you.
Yeah, they created a religion. Do you know?
Well, the thing is, when you believe what you believe in, you should stick to what you believe in.
Well,
no.
Right, so that's the point I was going to make, so we're on the same page. So once you believe in the King James, and you believe that every word, because Christ came in the volume of the book, so you believe that every word in this and this is true, and you start to apply it, what happens is, it's not a religion, it's who you are, it's a culture. So you've returned back to your culture, or repented back to your culture.
Now, what the brother just said about religion, as you said, there's many religions. These are religions. These are who created all these religions. As we just saying, which is what we shouldn't be following.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
If you see that? Those, just back up what this, this brother was saying.
Bearing witness.
Yeah. Now these are religions were created to keep us docile and to miseducate us. It's done a great job because we don't know who we are. We're not keeping the commandments. We're at the mercy of our oppressors. And we go to them for everything, even religion and education.
Want of everything.
And education. So everything we know and we do is of our oppressors. That's why we have to return back to what the God said, not what man said.
This is
And it's like, you didn't go nowhere.
Exactly.
they're not really teaching us.
Exactly.
No, because some of them is just money. I used to go down the one, you did something and the other that was there. It's like you just walk into a dancer and come out.
That's the point.
But do you know in church, there's, in them churches, do you know, like under the government, there's certain things they're not allowed to teach? Did you know that? They can't teach about like who the real children of Israel are. They cannot teach that. They can't teach against gay relationships. They cannot teach against that. There's quite a list. I'm just going to cut my brother who's about to read something. There's a whole list that they're not allowed to teach.
This is what we should be following.
So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 78, verses 5 to 7, you said? 5 to 7, I'll start at verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel.
This is what the Most High gave us. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments,
which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children.
This is what we were commanded, to pass down these laws to our children.
It's a
But you notice
commandment.
he said our fathers, he didn't say everybody. See, this is why we have to really pay attention to what's written.
Verse 6. That the generation to come,
The children to come,
might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children.
there's something that we should be passing down. These laws, we learn them, pass them to our children. Yeah? They then learn them, pass it down to their children. And this is what we should be doing.
Verse 7. That they might set their hope in God, Yahawah, and not forget the works of God, Yahawah power, but keep his commandments.
And our people have forgotten the laws of God, sis. This is why we come out here and we try and teach our people God's laws.
People know it, but fail.
Well, a lot of
To
people don't.
apply.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
You see, the laws that they do know is the laws that's the same as the laws of the land. So don't steal, don't kill.
That's what they
But
They
when
call
you
it
go,
the common law.
yeah, but when you
even
go,
that's based on this, right?
but when you go outside of those, like the dietary law, dress, feast days, all of these things, they don't
Rest day.
Yeah, they don't know those things. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, a simple thing, keeping the Sabbath. They go, most churches on Sunday. Where's that in the Bible? Easter, where's that in the Bible?
You should be doing Passover.
Yeah.
But then you have to remember,
Which day?
Seventh day of the week.
yeah, today.
What's that? Today?
Did you go to school in Trinidad?
Yeah.
Did they teach you the days of the week? In Trinidad they did. It was like a song. The days of the week are
Sunday, Monday, yeah.
Tuesday, sentence, so let's sing there. The
Where did
days
you
of the week
start?
are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so what's the last day of the week? So what's the Sabbath? The Sabbath is Saturday.
Let's get that Exodus 20.
And it's a keep the Sabbath holy.
We're going to read it.
That's right. That's which is today.
Like,
Sundown.
You're not supposed to cook and stuff like that. Not
That's
to work.
but back home, you notice back home we usually don't cook on a Saturday.
Yeah.
You notice that? There's a reason why. So that's a throwback of our culture.
Exodus 31. That one, rather than, let's run 22.
It says the same thing.
Yeah, go on.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 31, and I'll start at 14 as well. Yeah, it says, "Ye shall keep the Sabbath, therefore, for it is holy unto you."
Holy means set apart. So you can't have something that's set apart and you treat it just like every other day. Nothing set apart about it.
Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll jump down to 16, and it reads, "Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations for a perpetual covenant."
Perpetual. So something we need to be doing even till today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? Perpetual.
Means
This is what,
everlasting.
yeah, and this is what we're not being taught. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And also it starts sundown. Remember that. Yeah?
Sundown yesterday.
Sundown. The day start at sundown. Right? So the day started yesterday when the sun went down. And it finishes today when the sun goes down. And that's Sabbath.
Like from 6 yesterday.
Well, yeah, let's take no. Okay,
When the sun-
listen. In West Africa, it will be 6 because West Africa, 6 and I'm sure in Jamaica as well,
Yeah.
the sun goes down, right? But here now we got a problem where certain season, the sun take time to go down. So take that into consideration. Always the day starts sundown. So Friday, yesterday night, the day started. See, and then we go all over Saturday and it finishes. So it doesn't start on Sunday. Remember that. That's Sabbath. And that day you don't work. You don't cook.
Right.
You don't.
But you can even see, like, while we're still in the condition we're in, because you He said, keep my commandments and I'll bless you above all people. Break them and curse will come upon you. And a lot of these people say they believe in God. You read that to them, they won't take heed. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them just say,
Whoa.
instead of believing.
Yeah.
They just say, no,
They say,
they work, but
exactly.
deep inside they don't.
It's like when I say if you believe, right? You say you believe. Everybody can say they believe, you know. But you have to count. You have to say to yourself how that God, the Most High, sees it. When he said believe is to believe in something. If you believe in the Constitution of England, if you trust the Constitution, meaning the law of England, what do? You abide by it, right?
Yeah.
No. So even when you park your car, you make sure you park it in a place where, because you're gonna get a fine. It's the same thing. So you say you believe it, it's an action. Believing is to keep the law and keep the faith in.
Listen to this.
Yahawah.
This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 32 verse 24. He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment, and he that trusteth in him shall fear never the worst. So if we say we believe in him, you're going to do what he says. That's how we show that
That's
we believe.
getting back to what I wanted to ask you just now. So basically, as a woman, if somebody's trying to court you, right, and demonstrate his love for you, do you take lip service, meaning, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you? Or are you looking for other things to prove that what he's saying is actually correct? Which one? Right, and what are the things that you're looking for that would prove that this person actually genuinely loves you, as opposed to just lip service? What are the things that you're looking for?
His ways.
His ways, his actions, is he timely? Is he putting energy into it? You know, if you tell him to do something, is he doing it with a glad heart? Our Father is the same way, and he has a particular yardstick that he uses.
I know, because before that, I think last year March, my son opened his best when I'm out, and both of them went out. He said, Mama, can you come back? And then I asked God to cover my son, you know. And by 6 o'clock in the evening, they put his best when he comes to the room. And they stabbed him in his back.
Is that your son?
Yeah, nothing went wrong with it. Nothing.
You might be woman. Hey, that's what I say about the spiritual power. I say the Most High will cover his people. They don't say in the beginning. But then,
last week again, my second son, he come out of his house to go to his neighbor. He wanted to walk a bike and said, where you from? And he said, Brixton. But he just lived there, but he didn't say. And then he came out a knife and stabbed him up. Nothing happened to him.
But it means something, though, sister. Yeah. Let's talk for Yahawah, man. But it means something. You have your part to play.
That's right. The daughter of nine.
You have your part to, even like, look, in a wicked word, right? Because I'm from West Africa, and I know when you went to the genie and got something from the money, woman, whatever, right? There's a price to pay. Now the genie, he works for Yahawah, but on the left hand side, right? So now, even for us to have liberation, meaning like the reason why today we're gonna be free, is that was through Yahawah. The blood that he gave on the cross allowed us today to come out and preach for boldness. That's why he said, they conquered, and they conquered by the blood of the Lamb and the word of the testimony. So that means, sister, if you don't get back, you have to come to this.
Remember, like we read earlier on, I delayed not made haste.
Because the Most High is
showing you something. No, because my dad was sick, you know, and he had a hard problem, and I asked God, please don't let he die. Let that be there for him to repent. You know what? I normally go to Jamaica every February, but somehow 2 years ago, I didn't go February. I go May. He said, this is it, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. I said, no, you're not. Shut up, man, stop thinking I'm going to die. And the same day I leave to come back when my dad died of a heart attack. And I asked God to give me the opportunity. But you know, Satan was here blocking me away. Yeah. Yeah, but that died. Up to now I'm in shock.
So don't delay.
Well, you
sis.
saw
Don't
him
delay,
before he
man.
died.
I saw him, I talked to him.
She went.
No, she saw him.
talked to him.
The
I
Most
said to
High
him, I'm going to the airport.
allowed
I'm
her
coming
to
back.
pass away
Yeah.
until she got
Till she got
there
there.
to see her father, because it was going to happen anyway, because the Most
3
High
years after
already
that
It's
died.
his will. When he gave you grace. So that's a demonstration. That's actually a perfect demonstration of grace. Because grace has a time limit. So don't think it's there forever. So that was great. He gave you grace so that you could see him and speak to him. That's how beautiful that
And he's giving us grace to actually repent. We
That's what I'm saying.
can't really
It gives you
waste
the
that
time to repent.
Yeah.
It's like a window, and right now, that window is closing. Right now, if you see yourself you're walking or you have to walk with a mask, in the spiritual, you know what it means. The window is closing
Can't.
because you're not free anymore. The Master is putting his cloth on, he's putting his anger on people now.
Can't.
And very soon it's going to get bad. But now you got the vaccine that is getting ready. And they're going to force people. When I say forcing, they might say, like I say, no.
They will force, but they will use
Incentives.
They call it nudging. The sociological term for it is nudging. So rather than pushing, because when you push people, some people push back. But when you nudge them,
You give them an
you can
incentive.
nudge them in the direction you want them to. That's what they're doing. But at the same time, they're setting up for martial law. So all the back streets, all the roads, if you know.
Oh yeah, it's closing. They always do some work. You know why? Because when people are about to escape, basically, while you're sleeping, while you're sleeping, Esau is mapping out everything in Brixton. He's mapping out everything in Tottenham. He's mapping out everything in Tottenham. He's mapping out everything in your area. He's mapping up the whole London and the whole country.
That's right.
You never see them putting down them boxes. You just wake up and see them.
That's
Look
right.
even throughout the lockdown.
Yeah,
See how quick them towers went up.
Oh,
All, like them 5G towers. All through that between May, when they actually start locking things down, to about what was it, about May, April, March, about May, April. All them towers were there. Turn up like they were always there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you always just wake up and
Yeah,
see
they
them.
were just there
Something is
now.
going on, even in America.
Okay, well,
Are you
look,
going
sis.
to work? All right, sister.
Remember what we
Hey,
said,
take
man.
heat,
Yeah?
man. Take heat, yeah.
Make haste.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely be here from 1. So you know we'll definitely be here from 1, yeah?
Sister, let's wear
Alright then,
the.
sis.
You be beautiful dresses.
Oh no. I'll wear one next week.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
See? Yeah, man. That's all we're saying. Anyway, back to what we're saying. It's like, we've got the victory. The victory's already there. We just have to endure to the end.
That's right.
You know, do you believe in this word enough to really believe that you've got the victory? You know?
And it's played with our people as well. Because like the Most High is telling them, just ask for it. If you and you know what's coming for us as well, it's something amazing.
That's right.
You just take heed,
That's right.
be patient, because what we're getting now, it's done out here, man.
That's right.
There's nothing out here we can really want.
What's not there though?
There's truth,
But
nothing.
it's people, the figure are people, they're drugged up. They're so drugged up by the society. They can't perceive the end of this society. They want it to last longer.
Esau's done a mad witchcraft and wizardry on our people with the illusions, with the music and the industries and the glamour and the
Everything, man. Everything. The lights. You know, you go Vegas, you get mesmerized by the lights.
it's an illusion, man.
That's what it is. Yes. When you get a mirage, that's what it's giving you. Yeah, it's giving man a mirage. And that's what this system is, a mirage. You know, and you're gonna wake up and find out that it's not really there. It's not really there.
25 quid.
We didn't start it.
Yeah, I'll put my. Well, you want me to get
Get second, yeah, get second.
All right.
Yeah, go on. Go on, yeah, go.
Alright, this is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 19. And it reads, As Judas was yet speaking these words, there appeared a part of them looking out of the mountain, verse 20, who then they perceived that the Jews had put their host to fight, and were burning the tents. For the smoke that was seen declared was what was done.
Is it me or the livestock?
Verse 21. When therefore they perceived these things, they were sore afraid, and seeing also the host of Judas in the plain ready to fight. Verse 22. They fled every one into the land of strangers. Verse 23. Then Judas returned to spoil the tents, where they got much gold and silver and blue silk and purple of the sea and great riches. Verse 24. Verse 24. After this they went home and sung a song of thanksgiving and praise to the Lord in heaven, because it was good, because his mercy endureth forever.
That's right.
Verse 25. Thus Israel had a great deliverance that day.
That's right.
That's right.
And this is what we're saying. It's the Most High that's going to deliver us out of this situation that we're in. But we have to have faith and endure to the end.
Patience.
But the victory is already there. That's what you have to have in your mind. That we've already got the victory.
Right, so I was Psalm 91, I was down to. I will say of the Lord, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust. Right? Verse 3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler.
He shall deliver us. Most High is our deliverer. Yeah? Yahawah is our deliverer. And we have to have, the scripture don't say trust in the Lord with all your heart for nothing. Yeah? Do you trust that he's our deliverer? Or do you trust in the system to deliver you?
And from the noisome pestilence, right? And I will jump back
the nuclear.
Right, I will jump at verse 6. Did you finish the first one?
No, he's got one more.
I'll finish it first.
Yeah? Okay, it's the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 4 verse 55. Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshipping and praising the God of heaven.
That's right.
who had given them good success.
It says the God of heaven was giving them good success.
That's right.
And that's what you're going to find out. It's the Most High that gives us this good success.
Right.
Only, man.
Right.
Only.
So you don't have
Yeah.
Psalm 91 and 6. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Right? Now go to verse 15. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him.
It says, he shall call upon me. Who's that? Call upon Yahawah. Yeah.
Right?
And what will he do?
I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him.
And honor, and that's that second Ezra in chapter 2. Where it talks about us receiving the crown.
And before that, that's that Isaiah 13 and 12. When you see men shall be like a pure and gold. And he talks about another one said, and you should have faith.
And in Ezekiel, he says he's going to do it so the witnesses can be the heathens.
That's right.
So I want to make sure you lot get sanctified.
That's right.
So the heathens can always know that you were never slaves. You were never children and bondsmen and bondswomen. You were the chosen, and they shouldn't have messed with you people, man.
And you got
With the apple of his eye.
Oh yeah, when you say, oh, it's those people, those niggas suspended, those niggas.
Yeah, bring it out.
This is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verses Ezekiel 35. Oh, verse 35. Oh, I'm going to bring up. This is Wisdom of Solomon, Ezekiel chapter 36 and verses, we'll start at 16. Moreover, the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their land, they defiled it by their own way, and by their doing.
And that's why we're in the condition we're in now. Right. Like, our people don't learn. Our people don't learn, man.
Their ways was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman.
That's right.
Wherefore,
That's right. As the uncleanness of my
Remember, during that time, women them have to like.
That's
uncleanness of the flesh and the Verse 18. Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they have shed upon the land.
That's right.
Our people are wicked, man. But it says, amongst my people I found wicked men. As much as we get on these other nations, like, we're not in this condition, like I keep saying, because we're good people.
That's what Ezra's had to ask. Ezra's had to say, "Oh, we're the chosen. Why are we in this state?"
Perpetual slave.
Why is he so spoiled?
Exactly. Robbed and spoiled.
And for their idols, wherewith they have polluted it, I have scattered them among the heathen, and they were despised through their country. They was dispersed through the countries, according to their way and according to their doing. I judged them, and when they entered unto the heathens, wherever they went, they profaned my holy name. When they said to them, these are the people of Yahawah, and are gone forth out of this land. But I had pity on mine holy name, which the house of Yasharallah Israel had profaned among the heathen.
And a lot of the salvation that we're getting, really the Most High saving, like, keeping respect on his name. Because we've defiled his name, you know what I'm saying?
That's the big shit. That's how you know the Yahawah. Let me finish that one and then you can write. So,
I'm just going into
after him, we can go, yeah?
It's like a reason.
Mine's very
But the money's out of the... How can I say?
Yeah, profane among the heathen, wherewith they went. Therefore, say to the house of Israel, thus saith Yahawah power, I do not this for your sake, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake.
Power is not to be messed with, man.
We always say put some respect on the name.
Which they have profaned among the heathen, wherever they went. Salakia,
And we're still profaning the name.
That's right.
That's why we have to say Salakia, you know? Because we were in our reincarnation state, we're here now because we're having to humble ourselves and remember our iniquities that we've done, man, as a nation. Which they have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathens shall know that I am Yahawah.
That's right.
Saith Yahawah power.
Just like you knew when we was delivered out of Egypt. Yeah, and the fame went across board. So when you said Yahawah, everybody knew. That's coming back again.
Well, yeah, because we lost it, innit? Like, when you see Yahweh, say Yahawah.
We disrespected it, man. Why do you think no one don't know the name now?
David is name, Mahaya, also of name, man. But very soon, when you say, you won't understand, you know, you'll be sleeping here and you'll wake up knowing Yahawah. No one would.
Wait a second, knowing the terror of the Lord will destroy men. That's
no one
coming
will
back.
tell you, you know. You will know his name.
Know his name. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahawah, saith Yahawah power, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes.
And that's the elect. He's going to be sanctified because 2/3 of our people has to go. No one said they got to go.
They got to go.
For I will take you from among the heathens and gather you out of all countries and will bring you unto your own land.
You know
That's right.
This in Ezekiel, if we jump to 20, I want to add on to that point there. You're going to gather.
I just got this precept that's going to go with what the brothers just
Bring
read.
it out, bring it out.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 13 and verse 3, and it reads, confess him before the Gentiles.
That's right.
Ye children of Israel,
That's right.
for he has scattered us among them.
That's what we do right now.
That's right.
When people see it, they think we're crazy, and it's okay. I love being called a crazy man. I love it. I know what I'm doing. I know what spirit is within me, because I know that in my mega mind, I will never do this.
Well, I was just
if I'm
thinking
doing that today, it must be Yahawah.
Because the thing is, before I was in the truth, I was crazy. So now I'm in the truth. Let me be crazy in the truth.
It's good to be crazy. You know when you wear the fringe and people look at you, man. I love it. When I step on my opinion, I'm like, look at this guy.
I think that's great because we stand out. Which were we supposed to stand out?
Hey, the Bible says,
that's what it.
The Bible says,
stand out for
that's right. The Bible says, do not follow the multitude to sin. So I'm not following. When you wearing those, you pants sagging or whatever, I'm wearing my fringes, man. When you're Saturday trying to juke some girl, someone that's girl, that's what niggas do, right? I'm trying to come here. I wear my fringe and I get on the bus. And when I get on the bus, you see me, I get bored all of a sudden and I get on the bus. I want them to see that I wear my fringes.
Wait, put on that strength. You know, like you get your super set. But you know what?
I want to stand out.
You see that the customs and the statutes and that are in the scriptures, when we follow the commandments and judgments, it's like when it says in Romans, and it says that there's a nature, a second nature to do the law, but we don't know we're doing the law. Like there's certain things we do. The spirit bear witness. It's like, wow, like this has always been in us, man. And even our certain our languages and certain things we say, like away I go, like some of it even sounds like the Hebrew, like the tongues.
It's like the brother just read, he's going to gather us from all nations. But there's still rebels amongst us.
It has to be purged now.
Just read straight to the point.
Ezekiel chapter 20 verse 38. And I will purge out from among the rebels.
When you read from 33, he says he's going to gather us from where we've been scattered and bring us to the wilderness.
And them that transgress against me, and I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Yasharallah.
So you don't want to be one of them people that don't want to put no respect on the name.
For real. You know what, This one, that's not about the 230. Talks about brothers and sisters that are in the truth, right? And I'm gathered.
Yeah, because it says you're going to be gathered.
But you know what it is? Now you have to sit down and think about it, right? So it can't be the fact that you don't keep the law 100%. No one keep the law 100%. You have to be. Because the Bible said it's mercy that will get us. It's the blood that will make us conquer. Yeah? So what it is, doctrine. When people come with different doctrine in Israel, brother need to be mindful of how they twist up the word, man. You want to bring your own thing. Pride, but that's the thing. Listen, pride is the spirit. Pride is the spirit that will get you to come up with a bogus doctrine that has nothing to do with the word. So the Most High has a surprise for you, look, man. If you don't want to be humble, you want to create your own doctrine out there. Most High, he will take you because the Most High is not like us. I can say to my brother, yo, I'll give you £20 and I get some money. But £20 comes, I see, yeah, very nice. I'm like, you know what, let me get it first. My brother can wait. I'm a man. But Yahawah don't lie. He totally say that us will do the work and he will get us. But then there's another twist. When he gets you in the chariot, then direction to the wilderness. You won't even see what
people need to read that Ezekiel 20.
They need to focus on that. They need to meditate on that.
Because it actually lets you know, it says he's going to gather us from where we're scattered. It's not the 230s gathering. Then he's going to take us to the wilderness. Yeah, so that means amongst brothers and sisters that still keeping the law per se, there's still rebellious spirits amongst us.
No, but look at doing the work of the Most High, deceitful.
That's it.
And let's bring it out, man. See, what was it again?
Even coming out of the land of Egypt here, we went through like a sieving process. Because we come out of Israel, then there was the ones that you're walking through. The Most High was obviously protecting them with the clouds and that, but then they were getting through wars with Amalek. Certain wars we had to go through. I think the Most High weren't just shifting off and cutting off one or two more people as they were going on.
Some of the brothers, they wanted to eat. like they used to be in Egypt. So the Most High had to do them.
Yeah, you want to go on
Yeah, they wanted to go back.
Yeah, he has to get rid of them. But they were all right in the
Complaining
spirit.
about the loathsome bread they were
That's
getting.
right.
And then he reduced them even more because he said, look, you older ones ain't even coming in. You only got the young ones and Caleb and
Right.
And only,
And Joshua.
he reduced the numbers, man.
And the younger generation.
This is Jeremiah 48 and 10.
Yeah.
Says, cursed be he that doeth the work of Yahawah deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood.
That's right.
You can't be doing this work deceitfully, man.
You know what I'm saying? You got brothers, you got Silakia, man. Read it now, we'll talk after.
It's the book of John. Job, I said John. My bad.
A lot of people are doing it for gain, money, women, masters out there, you know what I mean? So they're going to get their number called, man. The Most High sees every secret thing.
No, but if they do it for that reason, they've already got their
reward.
That little space they got.
So they don't want the heavens, innit?
We're talking about the one like the truth.
They've got their
Supposedly the truth will come up. Yeah, bring it.
This is the book of Job, chapter 13 and verse 7.
Pick it up.
Will ye speak wickedly for God and talk deceitly for him?
Saying, you got brothers that's in the truth, still speaking wickedly in the name of the Most High.
Well, what happened is that you got brothers, and I understand that the 7 churches, we had different, some, but we, after all, we preach in part and we prophesy in part, right? I get it. But you got brothers that come up with certain doctrine, you got those who say that, the heathen can be saved, so on and so forth, man. So I only pray that when the time comes, the Most High, like I say, he's building the tabernacle of the God of David, and he will close all the bridges thereof. So I pray that he close all the bridges thereof before he come and get us, man. But there's a lot of confusion. There's brother that's telling you, take off a year off the plow and go and build some homestead. Like, how am I going to take off a year off the plow? Are you out of your marbles? You think I'm going to take off?
To put in leave with the Most High.
You know what I'm saying? Live with the Most High,
Like that work.
And for what? And to build, it's okay to build a little camp. If I had money, I'll build a little camp and my brother can come. But then, what's the point of building something when Rome is falling, right? How would you, we don't want you to build onto a house. Can you go, if they say this house is falling in 1 month, can you go and pay rent? Can you go and rent a room now? No.
That's what brothers are saying.
If you didn't know, you would.
But
So you could be misled. But if you know, you should.
No, but as well, don't take away from the fact that we don't have to work and we don't have to do and provide for our families. I'm not saying that you don't, Hebrew means to sojourn. So that doesn't mean you can't travel and sojourn.
Exactly.
But when you do, you still do work, like find a corner, find a brother, and reason, and still push the work.
Hey, there's so many ways to preach the work. There's people that are preaching the work via the internet, YouTube, for some reason they can't.
How are you going to take your hand off the plow?
Well, you can't take your hand off the plow to do what? To create a community that is within a kingdom that is falling? Are you kidding me? But the Most High telling her, get out of her.
Getting back to the point you made earlier, trying to just add to the point that you made earlier. You was talking about the different doctrines. You mentioned the 7 churches, right? You mentioned the 7 churches. That's the reason why Paul is writing all those epistles. To line up the doctrine.
So that it was one.
That's the point.
And Paul's epistles, they progress in his faith. Because he was young.
Right.
And then as he got older in his books, his letters, people don't understand Paul if they can't keep the Torah.
But Peter saying that.
He repeated a lot of what he said. That's the thing about it. People think that he was teaching different things. Like, he repeated a lot of what he said.
But he was trying to show it in a way you can relate in parables.
And based on the people he was dealing with.
That's right.
The Corinthian was different from Ephesians.
It would depend on what was happening at the time to what he's replied to the letter was. And some of them letters were replies to letters.
That's right.
That's what's happening.
That's right.
I'll give you an example. When you got the proclivity, right?
That's right.
When he say in Timothy, 1 Timothy 2 and 9, he say, woman shall not. So I'm talking to my demon before Eve. And she said, but that's, the Most High was writing it for the people in that time that were living in that area and that. They were sending it for the people. And I was like, listen, it would have been the same for another time because wrong is wrong and right is right.
Romans,
See how the Christian trying to twist up things?
Romans 7 and 1 says, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, and that the law has dominion over a man as long as he liveth. That's New Testament.
That's right. So if he say in Brixton that a woman shouldn't keep a law, in Tottenham, a woman should keep silence. In Tottenham, it's the same thing.
That's right.
It's not changing.
That's right.
It's not changing.
That's right.
All that changes the area, not the people. Because he was talking to.
He was talking to
And that's how you know that our people are so simple.
Gentiles.
Yeah.
Our people are so simple.
And if you want to jump on plane and go abroad, it means the same
It
thing.
means the same thing.
That's right.
It means the same thing.
Whether you were talking to the Southern Kingdom or the Northern Kingdom, it was the same law.
Come on, man.
This is the same Psalms that I was going to read earlier. Psalms 119 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of Yahawah.
It says you walk in the law. Remember, Psalms 19 and 7 says the law of the Lord is perfect. You're converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord are sure. Making wise the simple.
Making what?
And you know what they say? How long these simple ones shall ye love simplicity?
And simplicity, it means idiots. Yeah.
Froward.
That's what it means.
False doctrine.
Blessed are they that keep his commandments.
And it says blessed.
Blessed are they that keep his commandments
It says blessed.
and that seek him with the whole heart.
Alright, that's the point. What's the name again?
Your mind. That's what it's referring
What's the name of that woman? That's Hazel.
And look, one of the demons over there.
Oh, that's the guy that was with her. That's the guy that was with her.
Hazel Overcomer came and said that she's blessed. Read that again. What is he saying?
It says, Psalms 119 verse 2, blessed are they that keep his commandments and that seek him with the whole heart.
Blessed are they that keep. I've never known a Christian to be a keeper of the commandment.
That's right.
Okay?
Unless,
And they say they're
The
blessed.
whole heart.
You know what I mean?
and the heart is talking about is your mind,
right.
because that's where actions are weighed. Not literally the heart that's pumping blood around your
And
body.
even if it is the heart that they wanted to do, let your whole body pump for the Most High as well.
That's it.
You know what I
If
mean?
so be it, so be
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like, alright, let's stay in the. What verse are we at?
We should be, or we're supposed to be on now. Second Maccabees 12:11.
We're on track now.
Yep.
Who's reading that?
He's reading
I've got
Second
it.
Maccabees.
You want to bring it up?
I'll do Ezra.
There's the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 12 and verse 11. Whereupon there was a very sore battle, but Judas sighed by the help of God, Yahawah.
Well, maybe you're going to be a prophet in the future.
That's right.
Read that again.
That's right, brother. This is 2 Maccabees, chapter 12 and verse 11. Whereupon there was a very sore battle, but Judas sighed by the help of God, Yahawah.
And that's where our help is. You're going to read that throughout all the scriptures then. That our help comes from Yahawah. And we've got the victory. This is what we're telling you. Like, it's a done deal, man. It's a done deal.
And then also, every time, like if you take Jonathan, when he went against the Philistines, that his father knew, he knew that the Most High was with him. And he was even saying that to like his shield bearer. It was like, listen, the Most High is with us, man. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So our people, they had that thing where every time before they went to battle, they put the Most High first. And that's why BLM is a joke. They don't even know that we need to, hey, listen, the Most High don't change. The same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Right? So, before you go to battle, as a nigger and a spade, and I just say that so people can get it, you're going to have to rely on the Most High. PLM are never going to work. Look what the Most High did to PLM. As soon as he took a bit of, he went a bit high, people used to like, oh man, that thing holding weight. The other Edomite came up, you know what I'm talking about? The rainbow. Yeah? The rainbow people came in. But that's the Most High doing. Because he doesn't want to share his glory.
That's right.
You're going to have to turn to him. Basically, get down or lay down.
And then you got the other one, not the BLM, the other one, the NL, the thing, remember the guns, the guns and that. And man's mentioning little scriptures and stuff in it, like.
And he's trying to bring us into it.
Trying to group it, because he knows that the movement of Yahawah is perfect, but he wants to bring in carnal weapons.
That's one of our brothers was like supporting that foolishness as well. That means he didn't trust in the Lord.
You didn't trust in Yahawah.
But what did the Musa do? What did the Musa do to Enfant? He confused him.
One of them shot him.
But then what did he do? One under the speech.
Didn't he take off the
That's
thing?
right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, and made a different speech.
What did he say? What did he say?
He took off the remember, what was he?
He took off the black matter,
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter shirt, and he says a new
Then he
thing
says
now.
new for all lives matter. He's going into the same guy, yeah.
It's all run by them. But if they got guns, they got them from Esau. So obviously all of the whole thing is in a
And also,
He's done a total U-turn.
2 weeks ago, there was like an Edomite militia that came, that were waiting for them. They were nowhere to be found. And I'm like, those are the people who are supposed to be trusted.
And this is who our people want to trust,
And that's wicked men in Israel going amongst the heathens and setting up things to defile the sheep, man. People are demons,
But
man.
we're not having that, man. We know what, and that's why the Most High gave us that spirit. We know your tricks, man. You ain't gonna trick us, man. Listen, that time of tricking us is over, man. The Most High got us right. We see through you, man.
Beware lest any man spoil you. Colossians 2 and 8.
Right. Second Maccabees, the middle of verse, chapter 12, in the middle of verse 11. So that the nomads of Arabia.
Read back up again. I'm going to do this.
Right. I'll start again. Verse 11. Whereupon there was a very sore battle, but Judas's side, by the help of God Yahawah, got the victory.
You see how he got the victory? By Yahawah Shine. Not no NFAC or no Black Lives Matter. That's how the victory is going to come.
That's right.
And it's always a done deal when the Most High is on your side. Always.
So that the nomads of Arabia, being overcome, besought Judas for peace,
You see?
promising both to give him cattle and to pleasure him otherwise.
And when you read about in the scriptures about our gates are going to be open continually.
That's right.
They're going to be saying, let's go up to the house of the Lord to learn his ways.
That's right.
The God of Jacob. Yeah, that's coming back.
That's right.
It's already there.
And also coming back to the fact that our people are so stubborn. They want to take up arms. I mean, learn from the best. You know, King David. King David says in Psalm 144:1, he said he blessed Yahawah for giving him the fight spirit, for training his hand, right? But then again, he never went to war without Yahawah. So that's what the Bible, that's why he said this guy is the man according to my heart. Because they always honor Yahawah before they did anything, man. He didn't do on his own.
This is Sirach chapter 2. Sirach chapter 2. Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. It says, look at the generations of old, and see did ever any trust in Yahawah and was confounded.
That's right.
Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken.
That's
or
right.
who
Bring
did
it out.
ever despise that called upon him.
That's
You know?
right.
Now, like the brother just read, they were seeking him.
This is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
The sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and the kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore, thy gates.
Mercy is for the Israelites, man.
Yeah, but he said that in Isaiah 14:1, he said, and I will have mercy on Jacob.
And we yet choose Israel.
And yet choose Israel.
Therefore, thy gates shall be open continually.
Continue like he was reading about the Arabians wanting to set peace with us.
They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
Right. That's why it says, seek ye the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Because like you're gonna get everything in the kingdom. Like
And all things will be added unto you.
whatever you're seeking now, you're gonna lose it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said about it, bro. I say, whatever you're trying to make for yourself in this kingdom ain't gonna last.
Vanity.
Because you're dealing with a kingdom that is dying, man. Even the people, the gatekeepers of this kingdom know it. Why do you think they're putting masks on? Everyone knows it enough. Because they know that the gate is up, man.
And also, mark my words, Yahawah has spoken it, that our enemies will be found liars.
But right now, look, and then the priest that was saying,
No,
the Edomite children, they were like, yo, surely our fathers
Have inherited lies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know. And you got some of them, they're trying to come now, they're trying to do, what can I do to help? Well, it's too late because they join,
Children
go join hand in hand.
These are poor. I think that's in the children.
Join, what do you say? Go hand join in hand, the wicked shall
Not be
Alright? So the most are going to do what he does best.
Job chapter 20, verse 10, it says, his children shall seek to please the poor,
Gentile children.
and his hands shall restore their goods.
And that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I saw a clip, I was laughing, man. So there's two Edomites, right? There's one having like this skate, you know the skateboard?
Yeah.
And he's telling the next Edomite, like, you can't say that word. You can't say nigger. If you say that word, I'm going to beat you. You got to say nigger. He went, bah! So the Edomite judging another Edomite for our sake. And that's what
That's rare.
That's right.
Yeah.
But that's a vibration.
Yeah.
That's a vibration. That's right.
Yeah.
Because obviously,
Something big is happening, man. Something big is happening.
like it says, they turn evil for good and good for evil.
That's
They've got
right.
Israelite Uncle Ruckuses out there, Uncle Toms and that, Coons, taking off the thing, all lives matter. Then you got Esau up here slapping up thing. That's why I said, not all Jake is Jake. Some Jakes are different, man. That's where you got. Not all Israel is Israel, fam. That could be an Israelite, that could be an Edomite, bro.
Can.
You just don't know, bro.
That's why the scripture says the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. The spirits confirm and compare.
And you know what? Even it's in Dallas. It's in Dallas or somewhere. There is a speckled bird who is head of the camp, you know.
Okay.
Oh my Lord. I was shocked. I was shocked. And as a sister that had a dream about me, she said that I was preaching to Edomite and Ammonites, Japanese and that. And I told her, I was like, those are not Edomite nor Japanese, those are speckled birds.
That's right.
That's right. Going to bring heat.
That's right.
That's just how they look.
That's right.
That's why you cannot judge according to appearance.
In Revelations, it even
Simple
tells
as that.
you, in Revelation chapter 7, it says they are of all different tongues. Read that one. Revelation chapter 7 and verses 9.
Bring it up.
After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne.
Hold on. That's the spirit. Hold on. That's the spirit. More blacks,
More dogs, more Irish.
You know why he's got that on his back? Because back in the 60s, you used to have a thing that said
No blacks, no dogs,
no
no
Irish, no dogs.
Okay.
They would not, like, because I remember when my dad just come over, he come over in about the the late 50s, coming into the 60s. And when he was, because he came over before my mum, so when he was trying to find somewhere for them to live before my mum came over, this was what he was faced with. Everywhere he was going, they didn't want blacks. And then there was a sign, no blacks.
You see why they got it in that specific order?
Yeah.
Because some places will say no blacks. Some places will say no blacks, no dogs.
Yeah.
Some places will say no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. That's why they had the always blacks at the top. To make sure that was the first. They let dogs in before they let dogs.
Of course.
Yeah, but the
that's
reason why I say that,
from the 60s.
that would be a trickery from Esau because we saw into the system.
Yeah, the sister.
And that's what they do. A lot of them now, they're capitalizing, in the moment. Like they're like, oh, we Jew, and they've been loving like some of the Edomite, they've been fantasizing having a black girlfriend from when they were 5. So then it's the time. So you can
He's put an age line on that.
There's a question I want to ask Israel. So I'm putting it out there, but you guys can answer. You know that scripture that says that through childbearing, with a woman, through childbearing, and keeping the faith and keeping the commandments, they will be saved. Is that childbearing of a Hebrew Israelite child?
obviously.
No, I know that, but I'm putting it out there. So which means when a daughter of Zion and a sister, or
they're over nomination.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, when an Eve has a child with another nation, they're actually condemning it.
But that's why he said, listen, if you read
Numbers 118. Numbers 118.
They'll be thrust through. That's what he said. And everyone that will be found amongst them shall be thrust through.
No,
that's what it means.
I know.
There was a lady in front there. She loved the most. I said, listen, you love the most, and don't try. I don't think he's trying. I'm not trying to prepare. I'm just saying, listen, you're gonna have to leave your man. But up to now, she's not talking to me because I said that. And me, I tell her the truth, man.
So
listen.
Our power is a jealous power. So if you love something or someone over him,
listen, we're gonna have to separate.
Exactly.
Yeah?
That's why we're called.
We're gonna have to separate, and it's painful. Separation is not an easy thing.
That's what's gonna happen.
Think about it, yeah. Some Israelite, whether it's a woman or a man, had to leave the spouse or whatever husband or wife when they came in. It's true. That's for Israelite. So imagine now for other nation, you're gonna have to leave your Israelite. For women, you're gonna have to leave your Israelite men. Your heathen men. For men, you're gonna have to leave. The children, if you got children, they will be saved because you're in Israel.
Exactly.
Yeah? But you're gonna have to leave it, man.
A lot of women are leaving this faith at the moment, man, to join some witch things, man.
Oh, this is good.
Right. Sage smoke and all of that. This thing is not. It's an endurance thing. It's a patience.
It's a good thing.
It's a humble and it's humility. A lot of sisters are not humble because they've got so much. It says, what's that one in Jeremiah? It says, these women at ease. It says,
Isaiah 32.